Okay, let's see what we get. Okay, well, we're getting ready to do something here and hope that it works. And that would be putting some heat to this block and see if we can get this head bolt loose. And try not to burn anything that's important. Word of advice, if you're ever lighting a torch with a cigarette lighter, don't put it in your pocket afterwards. You know, if something pops off and a chunk of hot metal, especially if you're cutting, ends up hitting that thing while it's in your pocket, just a couple inches away from, you know, that could hurt a fella, even a gal, but especially a fella. So, anyway, here we go. Now, my belief is that when this head was loose, that the carbon buildup got in the threads, above the threads on the bolt. And I mean, this is a guess, but you know, it started to come out a little bit, about a quarter turn, it stopped. So we're a quarter turn loose, and as loose as that is, that's way more than a quarter turn loose. So we knew it was already loose, and let's just see. We're going to try and concentrate the heat up here as much as I can. Doesn't need to be in the head. But there's a boss that bolt goes through. Okay, that turned a little bit. That's better than it was. I'm liking that so far. Yeah, no, that tightened up. So let's try and... Come on, baby. There you go, ratchet. Yep, it went back in. You know what? We'll let that cool off for a little bit. We'll spray some stuff in it. And we'll come back and shoot some more when we do another try. Okay, third attempt. We missed number 2 on video. So, the one thing I want to say is, I don't want to get this aluminum too hot because it will anneal, and that's the last thing we want, especially right next to a cylinder. So I don't want to use, a lot of times when I'm heating up steel, I'll leave the mixture a little bit rich, but this particular case I'm going to run it balanced out and lean. And I want to try and keep the temperature down around 400 or less. So let's get started. Now, where is my wrench? Don't burn the tripod. Keep it out of the wiring. .160 intake gasket's on fire. It's all right. I got a new one. You don't want to burn that head gasket out too much. There we go, getting a little closer. .280. A little bit more. This is good. You can at least know that we're bringing it up and cycling it up to about the same. Just for testing's sake. 300. Okay, let's see what we get. Check it out, baby. Check it out. It's what we like. Yes, squeal. Squeal. Yeah. Yay! Man, look at all that oil. Wow, a lot of oil there. Wow. Yeah, that head gasket was not sealing at all. Look at that. Gone. Okay. Well, here we go. Wow, look at all that oil. We did tip it over a little bit, so. But I have to say, there is no scuffing in the cylinder walls whatsoever. And the only thing I'm feeling is a carbon ridge. So this engine is in very good shape. Very good shape indeed. So we have no idea. It's 32 years old. The recommended time for lapping the valves is at 200 hours. We're going to assume this has 200 hours. We have a new set of valve springs. We have a valve cover right here. We'll figure out whatever tool we need to make, or yeah, we'll make something. To get the valve springs out, pray we can get the keepers back in. Get the valves out. We'll do a lap up. Make sure they seal up real good. We'll make sure that this surface is nice and flat. We'll just run the piston down, run a little block over it, and do the same thing with the cylinder head. Make sure it's nice and flat. No, I don't want more compression. But look at this. Look at all that cylinder leaking between the gas. Look, boom, boom, out here, all down here, and look at all that oil. And that oil is kind of burned off. But yeah, that's as bad as I've ever seen.